So what's up, everyone? It is your girl Gel Beauty 87 here, aka Grace, and today we're gonna get into the best products I've tried so far in 2022, blush, bronzers, and highlighters. So I told you all in the complexion video that I forgot to bring this Say Air Set Radiant Loose Setting Powder in Translucent Medium with me, so that's why I'm showing it now. So here we are with it now, like I promised. This is what it looks like on the inside. This powder is so beautiful underneath the eyes and on the skin in general. Now I don't feel like it gives like a glittery radiance, so it's like if you are fine with a satin radiant finish underneath your eyes, I feel like you should be fine with this. It doesn't have any glitter particles or anything of that extent, so it looks great on the skin. It kind of reminds me of a lighter version of the Huda Beauty one, you know, the pressed glowish one. That's what it gives me, although I feel like that one is a tad bit more glittery than this, and it reminds me of the Tatcha the silk powder, except that one is a little more glittery as well. So this is the least glittery out of those three radiant type powders that I have used in my personal opinion, and that's why I'm living and loving this powder. It's absolutely stunning. Now the one setting spray I have to talk about that I tried this year that I felt like was exceptional is the Laura Mercier Translucent Pure Setting Spray 16 Hour Invisible Hydrating Setting Spray. God, did they need to put all that down? No. Anyway, I got the small size to try for 20 bucks, and when the Sephora VIB sale comes up again, if I'm out of this, I will buy it again because it's absolutely amazing. This, the what is it, the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray is really good, and this is actually a good dupe for that one if you don't want to buy the Charlotte Tilbury one. I think they're about the same price though. Like I know the full size of this is $38. I don't know how much the full size of Charlotte is, I forgot, but I feel like this is a good alternative to that. If you don't want to buy the Charlotte Tilbury one, you can buy the Laura Mercier one, and it's a great deal. And it keeps the face wonderful. And then I like the one from One Size. Their mattified setting spray is absolutely stunning, wonderful, amazing. I feel like it's a must-have in your collection, girl. So if you want it, you definitely need to grab it. Let's get into some blushes now, because I don't have many of those. So this Valentino Eye to Cheek dual use blush and shadow is easily a blush for me. The color of this is amazing. It does have that perfumey smell because it's expensive. But I want to get some more of these during the next Sephora sale because I absolutely love them. I blame Tina the Fancy Face for this purchase because in her Sephora VIB recommendation, she talked about how wonderful these are. I was like, okay, Tina, fine. Shh, I will go buy one. And then I did, and then I saw what she was talking about. I was like, now I want some more. And she already has, like, I think like 2 or 3. But a lot of the shades are sold out because in her video, she told us to buy them. So this was the shade that appealed to me if they still had in stock. But there are a couple more that I wanted to get that I want to try. So I would definitely be grabbing more of those. The formula on it is beautiful. It builds up nicely on your face. It's like this cream to powder-ish type texture. And it looks just glowy and vibrant on the skin. Kind of like what I have on now. But I have on Mother right now. So I have on Mother's new blushes. They are wonderful. But since I just put it on today, I didn't want to throw them in here like, because I tried it today, and technically today is 2022, but I was like, we just not gonna do that. We're not gonna be petty like that. So of course y'all know Patrick Ta was gonna be in here. This double take cream and powder blush duo. This is the shade Blushing. This is this is I think the new shade he came out with, because I think he came out with this shade, one other shade I couldn't wear, and then like the 3 from the palette. And y'all know I have bought the holiday palette, so I didn't need it, but this is what it looks like. It's just a gorgeous mauve shade, and as you can see, it has been loved by me, like all my Patrick Ta blushes. I love Patrick Ta's blushes. I love those Valentino ones. I love Mother's blushes, and then I love the Lunar Beauty Nude Prism blushes. Now I prefer the original palette over this one, but this one is really nice, and as you can see, it's been well loved. Look at how the orange is dusted all around here. Like, this one is just as nice as the other one. It's just I'm used to the colors in the other one, so I think I like it a little bit better. I'm a little biased, but I still use this and love this one just as much as I love that one, and it came out this year and my other one didn't, so I wanted to make sure I mentioned it because it's wonderful. He said he's being sold at this website called 13 now because he's not at Beauty Bay anymore, so he went to this website called 13 instead. And I think he said he might end up in inside JCPenney's with his brand eventually soon too, so I think that'd be cool because it'll be more accessible as opposed to you having to try to buy it offline and wait for it to come in store. People like immediate gratification. We all know this. Now let's get into some bronzers. So the majority of them is cream bronzers, and we're gonna start off with this Westman Atelier Trace Face Contour Stick. So I guess this technically isn't a bronzer, but it's a cream form of a contouring bronzer product. So I went ahead and put it in here. This is the shade Ganache. This is the deepest shade she just came out with. I heard Tina the Fancy Face talking about she had came out with a deeper shade, so that's when I was like, okay, I'll get it now for sure, because I had the shade Truffle in the set that she came out with at Sephora, and that shade was not deep enough. But this one is deeper and nicer and richer, and I appreciate that. Like when you comment and talk about things that aren't right in the brand, and they go ahead and fix it. Now I still think she needs one deeper than that, because when you put it on, it to me it still doesn't look as deep. But you know, it's deeper than what she originally had, so I can appreciate that. Next, I know these launched last year, so I don't know if you consider this cheating, but they launched more shades this year, which is why I included them here. So I have the Laguna Bronzing Cream in the shade 4 and 5. I'm gonna show you what both of them look like. I originally had the shade Casino because I assumed it was gonna be dark like the color Casino, like the powder, and then I was disappointed because it wasn't. I still use it from time to time. I was actually using it the week that they announced that they were going to come out with these deeper shades. So this is shade 4 and this is shade 5. As you can see, shade 5 looks more true to the shade Casino that's in the powder, whereas shade 4 just looks like it's a little lighter, it's a little red, but you know, it's workable. And since it's the bronzer and not, you know, foundation or anything like that, I'm fine with it being red, especially since it's summertime. Now in the wintertime, I don't know if I necessarily want to use the shade because it's red, and then the other one is quite deep. So still with the undertones, I'm not super impressed. I probably have to use the original one I bought, Casino, which I'm calling shade 3. So the formula on these is absolutely beautiful though, which I was glad I got the original one, and why I was still using it, because I mean, it has an amazing formula. It goes on nicely. It does dry down to a powder like finish, but me being me and having oily combination skin, I don't trust it, so I would set it with powder. But you can wear it on its own and it should be fine, in my personal opinion. And since it's such a beautiful product, and I know I tried it again this year in the proper shades, I felt the need to put it in here. So my favorite cream bronzer I have tried so far this year, besides the NARS one, which technically I had tried last year, is the Beautiful Skin Sun Kissed Glow Bronzer from Miss Charlotte Tilbury. I have the shade Deep. The coloring of this is really beautiful. I heard people having issues with the colors that are of lighter skin tones. I know Karen had an issue trying to figure out what shade she was supposed to wear, because she said she brought the shade Tan, because you know, she wears tan in the powder, so she figured the tan and the cream would be shade just like I would. Because I bought the shade Deep based upon, you know, me being deep and the powder being deep. But she said it didn't work out for her that way. She ended up having to buy medium, and she was hoping medium would work better because the tan was just a tad too deep. But then, like, I think she said the medium might work out better. I don't know if she had tried it or not. I honestly don't remember. But a lot of people have been complaining about the shade on this, but the shade on mine works fine. The formula is simply beautiful, and the powder one goes on top of it, so stunning and lovely. I absolutely love it. And you actually get more in the cream formula than you do in the powder formula, believe it or not. So I thought that was interesting, that she gives you more cream than she does powder. I'm wondering why. Next, I have the matte bronzing brick from Victoria Beckham. It's in the shade Terracotta, the warm terracotta and contouring Tommy. So when I originally saw this, I wanted it, and Tina the Fancy Face ended up getting it before I did, because when I had woke up and found out it had launched, it had already sold out, and it took a while for this to come back in stock. So if I remember correctly, I just added it to a video, something new that it came out, because that was the only way I was going to get to let you all know that I got it, because by the time I got it, nobody cared. But it is a beautiful product. Like, I love the contour shade to put in between my nose to help with my bronzing there. I like this on the cheeks. It looks really nice. Sometimes I'll just mix the shades together and put it like all over where I do bronze. It's just a beautiful product. The powders are really nice, and I like the fact that this is just refillable compact like Charlotte Tilbury did. You can just pop this part out right here, and when you need a new one, you don't have to buy a new component, because this is a nice weighted, heavy, nice component. But for the price point, I feel like it should be, because ooh honey, that was not cheap. I actually have a drugstore bronzer to talk about. I know, right? Who am I? Drugstores don't make bronzers for people my skin tone. Well, L'Oreal did, but I felt like L'Oreal was always the drugstore brand that did make bronzers for people my skin tone, because remember that luminous shimmery bronzer they had one in my skin tone for that one. They have one in this matte version for my skin tone. So L'Oreal has always been the drugstore brand I feel like I could count on, besides CoverGirl with the Queen collection that made a bronzer for my skin tone. So this is the L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Wear Bronzer, Soft Matte Finish, Waterproof. I have the shade 500 Dark, and I think they have 12 or 13 shades in it if I remember correctly. And I was quite impressed. I found mine at Ulta, and I snatched it up immediately because I was like, yes. I have used this quite a bit. It actually has a perfumey smell to it, like they're trying to give you that luxury effect to it. I'm assuming that's why the perfume smell is there. I don't know. This was kind of expensive though for drugstore, but y'all know the drugstore is creeping up there and getting crazy. Like Nick's over here trying to charge $35 for eyeshadow palettes. I'm like, y'all realize ColourPop exists, right? Who paying you $35 for this palette? Girl, go sit down. Especially in this plastic cheap packaging you got going on. Like, girl, sit down. But Nick still has some good products as well. Now we're gonna get into the highlighters, and then we're gonna end with the lips, girl. So I only have 3 highlighters I tried this year that super wowed and impressed me. And of course, we have Miss Charlotte Tilbury's Pillow Talk Multi Glow Beautifying All Over Glow Highlighter. I have the shade Dreamlight. I believe this was the darkest of the 2 if I remember correctly. One's supposed to be, I think, warm tone, and one's supposed to be cool tone. This is the one I picked because I feel like this was the one that would work best on my skin tone. I absolutely love this highlighter. I was using it a lot, then I had to pack it away and make myself use other stuff that I have, because I was like, I have a lot of stuff, so I need to utilize it accordingly. Like I have the Hermes highlighter, so I had to put it away and use that. I have my ones from Mother that I love, which I'm actually wearing right now, like 3 from Mother, because I had to try out 3 shades for the video I'm doing that's going up tomorrow. So I have a bunch of highlighters to try out, but I was really loving and enjoying this one. And I've really been loving and enjoying Charlotte Tilbury recently, but I've always loved her complexion products. It was just her eyeshadows that wasn't doing it for me. Next, I have an Unearthly Cosmetics highlighter in the shade Bow and Arrow. This highlighter is absolutely stunning. I love it. I mean, can you see the dip in that highlighter? Like, I know you see that dip, but this is just such a stunning color, and it's unique to my collection. It is a little bit glittery and sparkly, so you just have to keep that in mind with this. But once I spray my face and pat it down, the glittery effect usually subsides somewhat, so just don't pack too much on. Lightly packing on and you should be okay. But this is a stunning highlighter, and I can't wait to see what other highlighters she comes out with. I know she has a highlighter set and she has individual highlighters, so I was thinking about buying some more, but since I have so many highlighters, I need to calm down and not do that, because I just got the Oden's Eye ones in too, and it's just a lot going on. It's a lot. I should have put the Oden's Eye blush in here that I have, but I didn't think about it. Aside from the fact I'm still somewhat trying it out with these other products, I have tried them extensively, and the Oden's Eye collection came out less than a month ago, so I didn't want to put it in here. I tried to put stuff in here that I have used for a while, as opposed to stuff I just tried 20 minutes ago and thought it was nice. You know, because we could put that stuff toward the end of the year if I really am in love with it. But all these other things came out earlier, so I was trying to be fair and realistic with it. The last highlight I have to talk about is the LYS Aim High Pressed Highlighter Powder in the shade Genuine. This is rose gold. I feel like it's hard for me to find rose gold highlighters. I can find peachy gold highlighters, I can find champagne gold highlighters, I can find bronze gold highlighters, I can find traditional gold highlighters, but I feel like it's hard for me to find rose gold highlighters. So when I find one, I hold on to it tight. If you can see the love this one has had. I like to mix this in with the rose gold highlighter I have from Dior that I tried in the video with the bronzer, I believe. Or I like to mix it in with Divine Rose, because I feel like it just looks stunning with Divine Rose. And it gives more of the rose gold underneath it than Divine Rose does. So I'll put this underneath, and then I put Divine Rose on top, and it just looks stunning. And that's a combination I've been using a lot, which is why this has such a nice little dent in it. Because when I want any rose gold highlight look, I automatically grab this and Divine Rose, put it on, and it looks stunning. Just absolutely stunning. So I'm so happy I have this in my collection. I want to get more from them, but like, I want them to come out with more highlighter shades, because I'm like, I don't need another bronze highlighter, and I'm not going to use the champagne-ish gold shade that they have for lighter skin tones. So I was like, I just got the rose gold one that I feel like would work best for me. Now let's get into the lips. So the first ever lipsticks I tried from Glamlight, and I think this is the first ever lipsticks that they had in bullet form. This is the Tough Tiger Lip Kit. This lipstick is amazing. Like, the color of it is just stunning. I told y'all before, it reminds me of the color from the what's his face from Hindash Call Me Peaches. That will be in here as well. But this color is stunning. I didn't use the lip liner, but you have to think the lip liner is matching this lipstick, and that lip liner is going to work for my lip line. So I just found it best to not be bothered with it. I would love to put the new Juvia's Place Earth lipsticks in here, but I literally just tried them in the lip gloss like yesterday, so I'm not going to put that in here. But I'm liking them, and you'll probably see them toward the end of the year, because I love the Juvia's Place lipsticks. The component on mine was so petty though. Y'all will see the video and what happened, but yeah. This is stunning, and I'm glad to have it. We'll just go ahead and talk about the next one, the more expensive version, the one I just talked about, Call Me Peaches from Hindash. But the formula on this is simply beautiful, and I reach for this so much. Like, when I want a peach lipstick, I just automatically reach for this. But in all fairness, I left the I'm leaving the Glamlight one here for when I do videos and stuff. I want a shade like this, because I don't think I have a shade exactly like this here, because all my peachier shades I usually use at home, because that's one of my most favorite colors to wear, like a peachy nude. So I left it at home. But this lipstick right here, it gets lots of love from me. It's absolutely stunning, and I'm so glad to have it in my collection. Let's talk about the lip liner, and then we can end off with the rest of the lipsticks. So I have the Patrick Ta Precision Lip Crayon. Now this did not come out this year, but I bought it this year when I bought his new blush collection, so I figured we could talk about it. It's only one thing I'm cheating with, so I figure it's not too bad. This is the shade She's Bold. It's the deepest brown she has. Now the only complaint I have, I feel like this brown isn't deep enough. When I swatch it on my hand, I feel like, see, you can barely see it. Maybe in the wintertime it'll work better for me then, but it's like right now it's not deep enough to do what I need. So I've just been sticking to like my Juvia's Place ones and other brands that make a lip liner for me. But the formula under it is really nice, and you just have to remember when you click the pen up, you can't click it back down. So don't click up too crazy, because girl, it ain't going back down. You're just gonna be out here. You're still gonna be out here sticking up and get messed up, and your product be wasted in the top of the can, and you have to get a lip brush to try to draw it on, and it ain't that deep. So just don't do that and you'll be fine. Okay, next thing I have is these Fenty lipsticks. I have two shades that I brought with me. These are the two shades I use the most. This is Mother Lover. I told y'all in the video that I loved this shade a lot. It is simply stunning, and of course it's more of a, I think this is more the peachy nude one, and I think I've got a pinky one as well. I usually get a peachy nude, a pinky one, and like a taupe one. Those are the type of nudes I tend to go for, so I wanted to be realistic with myself. Then we have Pose Queen. As you can see, that one's been used a little bit more than the other one I showed you, but it's a really nice color. This is the more peachy nude one, and the Mother Lover was the more pink one. I like these. It's just I don't get to use them nearly as often as I was hoping to, just because they have the more glossy finish, and I still wear a mask. Even though we don't have to at work wear a mask anymore, I still wear it because I told my mom I would. So I try to stay on that. So a lot of times I've been wearing matte lipsticks. And the matte lipsticks I've been using the most are the Makeup by Mario ones and the Hendash one. I hope Hendash comes up with more colors for the holidays, because I would be living for it. But I have to say Sierra and Raza. So I'm thinking during Black Friday I'll probably buy some more of the Makeup by Mario ones. So Raza is more of a pink tone lipstick. Of course, I told you I usually just stick to the ones I just named: the pink, the peach, and the more nude, what is it, mauve tone shades or taupe shades. Those are the four lip colors I go for the most, and this is Sierra. Of course, this is a more peachy nude shade. Like I said, I just live for those. I feel like I have on a peachy nude shade right now. I'm trying the new Give lipsticks from Gwen Stefani today, so that's what's on my lips right now. So that's the color we got going on. But yes, we have finished this video of the rest of my favorite products I tried so far in 2022. So let me know down below if you tried any of these and what you thought of them. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Remember, you all are diamonds. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Be blessed, girl. Bye.